Most of these characters are black. Please, you're gonna tell me Sesame Street is not in the hood? Looking just like the set of Everybody Hates Chris. Y'all are not fooling me. First, we have Big Bird with the curly high top fade. He remind me of one of those big and tall boys that never wanted to play ball because they got bad knees. A little something like this, and no, I'm not saying he looks like Big Bird. Next up is Cookie Monster. I can't go into too much detail about Cookie Monster, but just think about your friendly neighborhood cookie plug. Oscar the Grouch, black. He reminds me of that dude you always see at the gas station. You know they not homeless, they just stay at the gas station. He's low-key grouchy, but everybody talks to him because he stay at the gas station. Kermit the Frog, black. This man was born in the swamps of Louisiana. Look it up. If you couldn't tell from the facial expressions he makes, you could really tell by the way he can't stay away from his ex. One thing about Kermit, he do not play about Miss Piggy. Speaking of Miss Piggy, this is a light-skinned black woman. Please, I know you see that 13x6 blonde bust down lace front and them 25-meter lashes. They that one couple we all know that's horrible for each other but can't stay away. Elmo, black. Aside from the fact that Elmo will say anything to anybody, he also has real-life beef with a rock.
Guess Rocco will never be able to float.
Oh well, too bad. Bye, Rocco.
You're moving forward. Doors are opening. Every step you take, God is doing something. You cannot be denied. Remember, when God is with you and on your side, you are unstoppable.
Everybody that was around me, man, is like, why are you doing Christian rap? Don't you want to blow up? You're gonna limit yourself. What do you mean I'm gonna limit myself? Jesus is the most famous person
talk about it
on earth.
Yeah.
Our calendar is based off of his birth. If the devil could take Jay-Z or whoever to the top of anything, God could do exceedingly abundantly above that. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Did you know that Georgia has a sliding rock? It's located at Tallulah Gorge and permits are required to do this trail. The permits are free to the first 100 people each day and they have to take a safety class before you start. The trail is 2 miles round trip and you'll cross the swinging bridge and take a lot of stairs leading down to Hurricane Falls. From here, you'll go through the gate on the platform and start to cross the water. This was the toughest part of the whole hike, so prepare to get wet up to your waist. From there, the trail is right across the river and it's more of a rock scramble than anything. Keep following the river and you'll come up to this first waterfall. From here, it's only a short distance until you reach the sliding rock. We saw people going down when we got there and I was so excited to give it a try. I ended up going down 5 times. The way back is all uphill and extremely steep, so the workout won't be over yet. Happy hiking!
This text saved my son's life. My oldest son, Champion, was diagnosed with autism, ADD, ADHD. Doctor said he would never be able to function, go to school. I looked at the doctor. I said, thank you for your opinion. I respect your opinion. But in this moment, faith is not an option. I face the facts, but I'm standing on faith. Because facts speak to the present condition of something, but truth speaks to the ultimate condition of something. I didn't just speak it. I looked at my son and I said, I'm pulling you out of this program. You will not go to this facility anymore. He was only 4 years old. I took him home. I told my whole house we fasted for 21 days, not just from food, but also from electronics. We can't allow the enemy to get no room into our house. I looked at my son, I said, we're gonna fast. I'm gonna pray with you every day. We're gonna meditate on this scripture every day. After that 21-day fast, he has been in the honor roll old school. He's the team captain on his football team. And God is doing more than what I expected. This message is to help you get your faith back. Domesticated faith is when you no longer living by faith, but you playing it safe.
You know, I used to look up to myself more than anyone, and I feel like that's how most people are. But some of us look up to a celebrity, an athlete, a family member, or even a fictional character. But when we are alone in our own abyss, most people aren't around, who do we look up to then? Well, for me, that person is Jesus Christ. Now, I know some of you are hoping that I don't sit up here and start preaching, and trust me, I'm not. I just want to share why Jesus is my role model. A lot of us spend our time doing schoolwork, playing a sport, working out, eating, sleeping, hanging with friends and family, and etc. But what about the times when those people aren't around and it's just us and ourselves? What do we do then? Well, unfortunately, some of us drink alcohol, smoke weed, eat and drink candy that slowly kills us, self-pleasure, indulge in pornography, binge TV shows until sunrise, or scroll online endlessly until we fall asleep. And but why do we do these things? Why do we consume our free time with meaningless activities that only provide temporary relief and seek to destroy us? Well, I just told you why. It's because some of us are lonely, some of us are dealing with pain, some of us are running from our past, and so we will do anything that provides even a second of temporary relief, or even if it means slowly scratching away at our lifespan. But what if I told you there was a way out? What if I told you that you never have to feel lonely again? What if I told you there was someone that could take away all your pain and all your addictions? Well, that person is Jesus Christ. You see, God saved me. I no longer feel lonely. I no longer feel lost. And I no longer feel hunted by all the demons that had a stronghold over me in my life. That's why I look up to God. And you see, if God can save me, who's a liar, adulterer, thief, hypocrite, fornicator, and much more, then why can't you be saved too? And that being said, I'm not here to convert anyone or to force anyone to put their faith in Jesus Christ. But just know that I love each and every single one of y'all, even if I don't know you personally. And all I ask is that you just try to pray to God that he would reveal himself to you and set you free, even if it means you pray once. And if he doesn't answer, then you can throw me in a den of lions. But before you do that, make sure to open your eyes, open your heart, open your ears, so that you may hear his voice. And that's why he's my role model.
Some of us get into little paths of our walk with Christ, right? And you start to question a lot of things, and things start not to make sense, and you are questioning who God is. I'm talking about that path. So it brings us to the question is, does the devil lie or does he imply? So bad, y'all. It's so bad. Because in Genesis, when he came up to Eve and he said, oh, so you can't eat from this tree? I mean, no, we can eat from every tree in the garden besides this one right here. Because we will surely die. Oh, you won't die, the serpent says. God knows you will become just like him, knowing things of good and evil. He lied, then implied. But people may not even think that he lied because he said you will not surely die, because they weren't going to die that minute, but they were going to eventually die. But when he said God knows that you will become just like him, knowing that of good and evil, it made her think. And you're wondering why in the heck would Eve and Adam sin against God when they had everything? But when the devil said that, she said, wait a second, there's more? And not only is there more, God is withholding it from me. God, I know, wait a second. You are a selfish God. And not only that, I cannot trust you, God. You are not what you said you are. You are not good. Eve, I felt. That's what I had when I went through the book of Job. And I said, God, you wanted to do this to show your supreme power? You put Job through this to show your supreme power that you can do whatever you want at the tips of your fingers, at the tips of your hand. And God said, Leah, go back to the first chapter. It was never about my supreme power. It was about proving the devil wrong, to know that I have faithful servants back and behind me. I said, God, because of what I read, I implied that he was not who he said he was. And that's why now I have firm faith in exactly what he said he is. Because if you think, oh, you know more than him, you are saying that the creator that created you, who gave you wisdom and understanding, you put your wisdom and understanding that he gave you higher than his, which cannot be. But back to the devil implying. We tend to question who God is based off what we think about God instead of what God has already said. And so God, if God in his word said that he is good and that he has unfailing love for us and that he wants blessings and overflow for us. And so when the devil tries to tell you that God don't want to look at you, you done did some stuff and he will never forgive you. But the Bible declares that his grace is sufficient and his power is made perfect in my weakness. And so that God gets glory and power from me in my weak moments. That's whatever you may be weak in. Talking about some, girl, you done stumbled, you can't get back up. I'm sorry, but the Bible declares the righteous may stumble, but they won't fall because the Lord is holding their hand. I'm sorry, devil. What you're talking about is contradicting what the Bible already says. I believe in firm Bible. That's why it's so crucial to get into our word. It's so crucial to know the Bible, because if you do not, what he's telling you in this ear, you can't even spew out nothing about what the word says because you just don't know. You have to know to be able to combat what he's saying and say, get thee behind me, Satan. You have no reign here. You have no dominion. I know what my God said, and you can't imply nor lie to me because I stand firm in what he said, period.
Y'all run into the club, we run into the church.
Where does that come from? I just told you, anxiety. But where does anxiety come from fundamentally? First, you don't know. Boss? Just go with the premise. There are two primary emotions, fear and love. Everything spills from those two core feelings. So, anxiety. Fear. Right. So what are you afraid of? A lot of things. Yes, but what are you afraid of? I don't know. I'm unlovable. Go further. Unlovable in what way? That's easy. I'm not enough. Enough easy answers. What's the hard one? much. Yes, that it was too much for my mother. Too perceptive, too inquisitive, too capable. These are the exact qualities a mother should celebrate in a child. This is it, Brooke. You recognize that, right? You are pure gold. You glow. And unfortunately, that blessed fact never got you the love you wanted from her. The mirror you held up to her was blinding. And every drink you take tarnishes that brilliance. Every day you spend with a man you have doubts about dampens your power. You think that by lowering yourself, you become more lovable.
So listen close, cause I'ma say it slow. The devil's watching every move you make in every single place you go. I used to think that I was all alone until I felt him breathing down my neck while I was sleeping right inside my home. I tried to wake up, but the devil had me in the hole. I tried to move, he paralyzed my skeleton and all my bones. And that's when I called God and then I shouted out amen. And I could put that on the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and the Ghost. That I will not fold, that I will never crack, never sell my soul. 6'2", standing on my faith, I feel ninefold. Walking on this path, I could do it with a blindfold. Devil tried to play me for my faith like a console. Hell no, stay down, 10 toes, hands up, case closed. They know to stand strong as the rain post, to wait till the gates close and pray as the pain goes.
You see that big blur down at the bottom of the screen? That's me. And you hear this? That's my wife and the people behind me in the line that thought I was about to die. When I told my followers I was going to El Salvador, y'all got in my comments and y'all told me, Terrence, you gotta go to Picnic Steakhouse and take the slide. When I tell you the scenery is so beautiful, but when you get up to that slide, the first thing you see is this is steep. This slide is so goddamn steep, I was scared out of my mind. Now, I am a manly man. But when I got up to that goddamn slide, I was not a man no more. I was a boy, and a scared boy. Want to know how you can tell? Look at the look of my face. That is a look of terror, of fear. That's the look of when you in elementary school and your teacher tells you in the first hour of class, Terrence, I called your mama. I told her you was in here acting up. She said she gonna take care of you when you get home. You think your mama forgot about it? She waiting till your ass get in the shower and she swings that shower curtain open. But like the man that I am, I went ahead and I thugged it out. Besides, it would have took me more effort to get back up than to just slide down the damn slide. All I could think about at this moment is what they gonna tell my mama when they find out I went off the side of a mountain in El Salvador. Now at this point on the slide, I'm gonna be honest, I'm really thinking about what my kids gonna do when they find out their daddy died going off the side of a mountain. You gotta walk all the way back up this goddamn mountain to get back up to the top. Never again, y'all can have it.
Peach cobbler pound cake? This is a peach cobbler pound cake. I don't think y'all are understanding me. This lady just made a peach cobbler pound cake. Now I need it. I now need a peach cobbler pound cake. We've got to find a way to make this happen. Okay.